In a desktop application, slowness comes in different forms. Not only startup sequence can be slow, but the responsiveness of the application itself. What do you do to identify what the problem could be when the application itself is slow or unresponsive after it has started up? In NetBeans, go to View, Toolbars, Performance. The button you see here is very interesting. Profile the IDE. We click on that, and then we perform the action that we want to investigate. So let's investigate the entire sequence of creating a new application in NetBeans and running it. So here we have our little Hello World example. We create a new Java class, and in here we delete some lines, and we add a public static void main and a system out print line, and then we run the application. As you can see, I have no actual problems in my case. However, let's take a look at the self-profiling results. So I'll click the same button again, and here's the self-sampler. Now, first of all, in the top left of the self-sampler, you can create a snapshot. This is what you need if you are going to create an issue. Don't create an issue saying that NetBeans is not being performant or not being responsive without including a snapshot. However, what we can look at in addition to creating a snapshot is this UI actions layer up here. For example, this gesture is the one where we went up here and we selected new project. But also you see these light bulbs, and these light bulbs are the indexing. So the moment that you wait between one action starting and it completing. And you can see it's really fast. So this is when the indexing started, this is when the indexing finished. And up here, indexing started, indexing finished. And this is the end of the sequence. And again, you can see here that there was a indexing started and finished. So everything is very fast. Now, if something is very slow, you're likely to find a starting light bulb and then the ending light bulb much further along. So now let's say that this particular one, we can identify some kind of unresponsiveness. So you would click on this, and this you might want to select and include in your issue, because this points to the specific action. So don't paste this inside your issue, instead create a file, and in the file copy and paste this. If you are sure that this is exactly where the unresponsiveness occurred. So not necessarily a long one in the sense that I have done, but pick out a very short sequence. Start profiling exactly before the slowness occurs and stop profiling exactly afterwards. And that's when you will end up with the most detailed information. Now you can see these peaks over here on the stack depth. So this is clearly when there is most activity. And in my case, even the most activity wasn't that much activity. My environment is clearly very performant. Even the highest peaks were not a problem at all. There was practically no difference between the starting and the stopping of the indexing. So, as you can see, we have two probes in the self-profiler, UI actions and stack depth. And by analyzing the results of those two probes, you may be able to get exactly the information needed to help identify the cause of the unresponsiveness you may be experiencing in NetBeans.